morning. Today it's all about, well, I've titled it Doing Better is Unachievable. So let me explain. Welcome everybody, I'm Vanessa. This is Life Mentoring. Well, let me start with what is better. So better, the dictionary version, better is more desirable, more satisfactory. More meaning increased. And what I've been finding is a lot of people are striving to do better. And the striving in itself means, it has got the connotations of it's hard. So many of us are putting in a lot of effort, and it's hard work, but we're putting in a lot of effort to make things more desirable and more satisfactory. So the next question is why? Why are we trying to make things better? And if you see motivational speakers, everyone's like, yay, let's motivate ourselves. We must have goals. We've got to do better. We've got to increase everything. And did you think about why? Why do we want to do better? Well, I think we want to do better because we want to be happier. So we got this connection that doing better, doing more, working hard will make us happier, that's our ultimate goal. However, for those of you who know about goal setting, those who've seen my video about goal setting, you will know that it needs to be broken down. So those who don't, let me go into a little more detail. So goal setting, when we're setting a goal, firstly, we need to break it down into steps so we know how we're going to get there. But as important, or part of it, is it needs to be quantifiable. It needs to be achievable. They also say it's with time bound. That means it's got to be within a certain time frame. So these are what we need. So when we're trying to do better, what's our ultimate goal? Is it to be happier? Is that our aim? Okay, that's fine. So how do we know when we're happier? And what are the steps? Did we actually break it down? I'm just going to give an example from one of my clients, because a really important thing about when you're setting goals is it needs to be achievable. So I had a client and we were talking about roles and identity. Roles as in, you're a son, you're a brother, you're a student. What does that mean to you? And one of the things being a student meant to him was that he needs to work harder. So I was like, okay, well, this is interesting. Let's talk about that a little bit more. Let's break that down. What is working harder all about? What's the aim of that? Well, the aim was to get excellence. That here in New Zealand, that's the top band. You have 3 bands and he wants to get excellence. Fair enough. Like, that's what all these kids want. They want to get excellence. Don't we all? Whether you're at university, at work, you want to get excellence. So that's good. That's a great goal. However, we dug a little deeper, and what we found with that was even if he got excellence, it didn't actually count because he wanted to achieve it without assistance. So it needed to be his own work. So he could get the goal, but the route to getting it was also had to be the correct route. Now, the issue for him is actually because he has learning difficulties. So he has help, he has aid. So actually for him, it seemed to me to be an unachievable goal. So we had to dig deeper and we had to talk more about this because a goal has got to be achievable. So just to recap, everybody's trying to do better. We want to improve, and motivating ourselves, setting goals is great. But what's the ultimate goal? I think the ultimate goal for a lot of us is to be happier. But the goal needs to be achievable and quantifiable so we know when we've achieved it. Now, on to the next bit, and this is really, really important. What are the implications of better, of doing better, being better, becoming better? Whether it's in your personal life, your family life, your work, your relationships. What happens is we send messages, and words are really, really important. Messages get to our subconscious. So if we're saying that we want to do better and be better, What message does that send to ourselves now? That says that where we are now is not good enough because we need to be better. So what is the message of I am not good enough? I must be better to be good enough. So next time, maybe when you're looking at you improving your life, which is fantastic, and I wouldn't even suggest that anybody doesn't. To me, growth for me is just so important. I want to grow and expand and become better. But we need to acknowledge that actually where we are today is good enough. It is okay. Because if we say that we need to be better to be happier, then we are saying that we are not good enough as we are. And not good enough sends all sorts of messages to us. And it comes through in our thoughts and our behaviors. So just to summarize, doing better is unachievable. What you need to do is you need to decide what it is you want. It needs to be achievable. And you need to break it down, and you need to stop sending the message to yourself that where you are here now today is not good enough. I wish you all a great week, and I'll be back next week.